Everything that they touch, everything that they do every single day is related to preparing them for that job. So when students get to industry, they are ready to hit the ground running.
These are students in a technical college, learning to work on electric vehicles or with other advanced machinery for free. It's a blueprint for what education in America might need to look like on a much broader scale to meet the country's demand for skilled workers as billions of dollars flow into the production of electric vehicles, clean energy, and semiconductor chips. This is the Smyrna campus of the Tennessee College of Applied Technology, or TCAT, where classrooms look like auto body workshops and assembly plants. In 2014, the state made its community colleges and technical schools like the TCATs tuition-free for high school graduates, and soon after for older adults. The TCAT system has some 34,000 students at more than 24 separate schools.
My favorite part of TCAT would hands down be the hands-on training. You're basically faced with the same problems and situations that I'm going to be faced with in the workforce. Pretty much learning it from the beginning to the end. As soon as I brought it in, I washed it. I'm looking at it, made a plan of attack, disassembled, and started the repair. And tomorrow I will be trying to prime and get it ready for paint and hopefully send it home on the third day.
With electric vehicles at the heart of the most ambitious U.S. industrial policy since World War II, with over $100 billion being invested into the country's electric car industry, these may just be the kind of classrooms that America is going to need to sort its countrywide worker shortage.
We were one of the first higher education institutions in Middle Tennessee to start offering apprenticeship programs. We offer an electrician apprenticeship program, industrial electrical maintenance, machine tool, mechatronics, and we're always looking to add new apprenticeship programs, and really that's just driven by the industry, whatever they need.
Tennessee's early investment in technical education put it ahead of the curve, and it seems to be paying off. More than $16 billion in EV capital has poured into the state since 2017. And last year, Ford broke ground on a giant new plant near Memphis that's slated to open in 2025 and churn out 500,000 electric trucks per year. But even with this head start, the key problem of having enough skilled workers to fill these jobs remains. The shortfall is particularly acute when comparing the U.S. to countries like Germany that have long invested in technical training to boost industry at home.
Germany, they do it really well, to where they direct their path early, whether it be technical or university path. So that's one thing that Tennessee is really doing a good job with. But of course, we need more TCAT students. We need more students that are available and ready to come into jobs. So we are all challenged as institutions and colleges across the state to make sure that we can increase our pipeline, we can increase our enrollment, so that way we can meet the demand of industry.
This campus in Smyrna opened in 2017 in partnership with Nissan, which makes its Leaf electric cars nearby. Company trainees and traditional students split their time between lectures and the shop, with programs tailored to specific industry needs. And while free tuition is not the same as free college, given students still face a variety of other costs associated with school, such as housing, it's a desirable alternative for those seeking to avoid taking on a lot of student debt.
We're doing exactly what the company needs and nothing else. There is no fluff. Everything can be customized to whatever the company needs it to be.
When I started thinking about day job, 6 hours of class, I said, you know what? I can do it. My daily work is a machine operator. I had to step out of class for a short period of time. And so when I came back, they had taken care of financial aid paperwork for me. They had taken care of enrollment for me. So for someone to believe in you, it just boosts your confidence level so much.
The battle is finding enough students who are interested. Tennessee's labor force participation rate is in the bottom 10 of U.S. states, and manufacturing now accounts for just 8% of the U.S. workforce, half of what it was at the start of the 1990s.
We don't want people to think that you come here if you're not good enough to go to college, because the work and the jobs that these guys are doing once they complete here, you have to be good enough in order to make our society run. So it's very important that we spread the news of technical education into the high schools, into the middle schools, so they know exactly what's out there for them as an option.
In Rutherford County, where the Nissan plant is located, almost half of high school students are neither moving on to further education nor entering the workforce, according to a school official. After years of U.S. manufacturing shifting overseas, officials are trying to convince Tennesseans that a steady, good-paying job awaits on the other side of a technical college degree.
It pretty much gives me the options of doing anything in the body shop, which makes me more valuable and more money.
My professional goal is to find a career that is going to allow me to grow with that company. I want to be able to know more about the mechanics and then, of course, move up the ladder.